So I've got this theory that we often overestimate ourselves in the short term, but underestimate ourselves in the long term. So whether that comes to buying gold or accumulating other assets, whatever that is, we often tend to imagine that we can do more in the short term than we actually can. But in the long term, we way underestimate ourselves. So I'd say that's been pretty true for myself. I'm curious if you think that is something you've experienced or whether it's just me. But what I mean by that in terms of gold, I never sort of set out and imagined I would stack, you know, nearly 100 ounces of gold, however much it is at the moment. I'm not exactly sure, but I never imagined I would stack that much. You know, I just started off buying a couple of ounces, a 1 ounce kangaroo and 4 gold sovereigns. So today obviously the stack has grown considerably, and there's a video I made which has been quite popular of the power of buying 1 sovereign per month. Now I made that after I'd basically been stacking for 5 years now. I hadn't actually been stacking for 5 years, but it was 5 years since I bought my first coins, and I wanted to sort of make that video to highlight, you know, the power of buying one sovereign a month, or 1 coin of your choice per month, and how it accumulates over time. So, you know, looking ahead, it is easy to, you know, perhaps get lost in seeing bigger stacks on YouTube or wherever you look. You know, if you're looking on to various websites, and everything had to start somewhere. So whether that was with, you know, 1 lonely coin, whether that was with a bunch of coins, you know, people have got into stacking in different ways. For me, I just was interested in, you know, putting a bit of my long-term savings into gold, having a bit of exposure to gold, and I didn't necessarily start out buying sovereigns. I started buying just any small gold that was low premium, and got to meet a couple of you know, smaller dealers that not necessarily helped me out with like lower prices, but just by being a reliable buyer that was, you know, turning up regularly wanting to buy a similar kind of amount, you know, it got me in the door, and ended up getting some quite good deals there. And yeah, as we've obviously gone on, I've developed a bit of a love for sovereigns, but I do still buy other coins as well, and sovereigns aren't the only coins that I buy. So I've got a little bit of cash there on the table. It's not a lot, but it's the first 5 weeks of the £10 a week challenge. If you're in the US, you might have your 5 lots of $12. And the idea with that, I started at the start of December to basically put away £10 per week. And at the end of roughly 9 months, maybe 10 months, maybe 6-7 months, depending on the gold price, I will have enough money there in that stack, just from putting £10 a week away. I'll have enough money in that stack to buy another sovereign or a 1/4 ounce of gold, which, you know, something like that. Yes, I could go out and buy it today or tomorrow or whatever, but the significance of that is that it's money that's saved just on the side. You know, you've not really noticed that £10 a week going out. Maybe, you know, times are a bit tougher and you have, but the idea is to get that money on the side and end up with more gold than you imagined, and also not notice the money going away. That is the sort of key. And the other lesson that really I want to accentuate, maybe is the right word, is that it's just a little, you know, £10 here, £10 there, that can really drain away at our funds, and over time that can, you know, really affect what we are able to achieve. It's just a little bits here and there, so it's not about scrimping on everything, but, you know, just being careful and aware of how those little trickles can build and mount up. So I don't even know what is in this tube. It's either going to be shields, like this tube was. I just picked these 2 out at random today, and these happen to be all shields, I believe. Looks like it. And let's just take a look at what's in here. So that is my message really for today, is that oh yeah, we've got some more shields. They can't all be shields, can they? Have I got that many shields? What's in here? Shields. Shields. Yeah, does seem to be a lot of shields. Surely not all shields. Okay, yeah, they are. So I know this tube holds about 46 or 47 coins. and that appears to be full of shields, and that holds 20, so that puts us 60 something. And yeah, it does illustrate how just buying a couple of coins here and there can slowly mount up as well. So it can work against you if it's you know, money just trickling out of your account for little things here and there, and it can also work with you if it's money trickling into your little cash reserve ready to buy your next gold coin. But also as well, if it's just putting a bit of spare money, you know, okay, you've got a little bit this month, and it's enough to buy only a quarter ounce or only a tenth or only a half or an ounce or whatever it is. If you're normally buying kilo bars, maybe times are tough and you can only buy a few ounces this month. I sympathise, whatever that might be for you. You know, don't let it get you down. Just keep adding. You know, obviously add to your other investments as well. But if gold is something you're putting some money into, then yeah, just little and often. So the power of buying one sovereign a month was my original video that triggered this idea. And you know, over the 5 years since I bought the first coin, I ended up with obviously 60 sovereigns, 12 by 5. If you were buying one a month. In reality, you know, I didn't buy every single month. There was those first coins I purchased, and then there was a big gap before I bought any more, almost 2 years. And then, you know, now I buy regularly. Sometimes it's weekly, just depends what deals I see. If there's loads of deals about, maybe I'll buy quite a few at once, and then, you know, maybe it goes quiet. You know, things are up and down. So when it comes to the market and the deals, you know, you can't always decide what there will be. You know, that isn't really your choice. So it's just good to have a bit of cash on the side to capitalise on those deals. And if there's an unexpected dip in the price or something like that, then you know, you've got some cash there to jump on it. So as I said, we always tend to overestimate what we can do in the short term. You know, you think, oh yeah, I can buy a load of gold and I can get a 12 ounce or a 30 ounce or a 50 ounce stack in a year. But then, you know, does it do you any good in the long term? Are you better off taking a slow and steady approach? Obviously, there's the hare and the tortoise. Is it a fable? Is that a story? But yeah, there's certainly lots of things to consider. So, hope you found something interesting from this video. Maybe it triggered some thoughts in you. So, share them in the comments, and we'll talk soon.